again to my channel. My name is Cynthia. In today's tutorial, I'll be sewing this piece you're seeing here. Okay, I'm actually making a Victorian corset. I already have a video on how to cut it. I'm going to put the link below. Okay, so today is the sewing aspect. I told you guys I was going to sew it today, so I'll just zoom so that you see what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the back piece and this is the yoke for the back. All right, I'm making the yoke to look exactly like what you see on the screen right now, and that little thing you're seeing there, this materials, this is going to serve as the button openings. Okay, so this is the front. Okay, on my former tutorial on this, how to cut this, I told you why you are sewing. Before you start stitching, you should make sure you put your allowances. Okay, so I've added all my half-inch allowance for sewing, so I'll be short of fabric while I am sewing. And so this is the yoke. Okay, you can decide not to put yoke on yours, or you can decide to put it. All right, this is just the inner part. Okay, this is the inner part. I'll be using velvet material. Okay, this is velvet. I'm using velvet for the upper bodies, and so this is served as the what satin. This satin is serving as a lining, and so I've gone ahead to put interfacings on my work. And now, if you're wondering how I did this, whenever I am working with velvet, I like using a hairstay. Okay, this is an hairstay, and then on the bust area, I doubled my gum stay, the light gum stay, not really, not that's a medium gum stay, not really light. I doubled it, and then this is a wadding. The wadding will serve as the what as my breast pad. Okay, this is the hard wadding, not hard. Okay, let's say the thickest wadding. That's what I'm using. So I doubled my gum stay so as it will be able to hold my bust firmly. All right, so now this is how I do my paddings. This is how I, especially if the person is of bigger size. But if very big size, I used to put 3 of the gum stay to hold what the clothes, the bust very well. Okay, I did this only on the front part, but on the back side I only added the paper hairstay, the paper one to the back side. So whichever one that works for you. But if you're working for velvet, I promise you would want to use a hairstay for it. Okay, all right, you don't just put your gum stay on a velvet, it will give you a dirty finishing. So if you're working with a velvet, go for hairstay, or you can go for the lightest wadding. I'm not using the lightest wadding today. I'm using what hairstay. Okay, that is if you are working on budget. Okay, all right, so I'm using a light hairstay. All right, so without much, if today is the first time of coming to this channel, I want to say you're very welcome. And to all my old subscribers, I just want to say welcome, and thank you for always coming back to watch our videos. All right, so please, again, you hit the notification bell so that you always get notified whenever we upload our video. So right now we are going to go to the machine and we're going to start stitching. I want to show you how to put all this together. Remember, on that very day I did the cutting. I'll put the link. We labeled 1, 2, and 3 so that you know how to join. Like I'm joining these two together, and then I'm bringing this to this place, so that when you are joining, you don't get confused. I'll be actually joining this upper bodies to a gown, to a skirt, to make it a gown. But it's not on today's project. Today's project is just to show you how to couple all this, and we're going to put our net. I'm working with this skin net. It's an original skin net. I got this from our back, so we're working with it. I am doubling the net. You can also make it single if you want. So right now, without
Alright,
much,
I'm gonna start joining right now.
table.
So the first thing I need to do is to set them aside. I'll remove the the papers on them, and then I will couple them together using my pin to hold each of them. Okay, I'll just hold them firmly so that you won't be confused. So once I remove the papers, the next thing I'm going to do is to separate them. Each of them has two pieces. So see, this is how I'm going to separate them. So I'll just use my pin to hold this one, and then I'll bring the last piece, and then I'll join it on the bottom area so that it will be easy for me while I am sewing. So I'm starting up with the lining. Remember I said I'm using the satin for my lining up. So like now I've joined that one, I pinned, and then I'll bring the last piece, and then I'll just join it together. So once I'm done with this, I'll just start stitching. So with this now, we are not confused. Please remember to keep your paper so that even if you make mistake, you can just use the paper to trace and be sure of what you are sewing. So right now, I'll just start stitching it. Okay, so let's just keep watching. So once I'm done with joining the lining, I am okay. This is the look here. You can see how it is. This is just a lining with satin. So once I'm done with joining this, I'm going to start joining the main fabric and also the back. Then I'll take it to the ironing table to iron them out. Stay tuned. So this is the back piece. I am going to also use the paper to make sure they are in place. Like I said, always keep your paper so that you'll be sure of what you are doing. So right now I am sure of what I'm doing. I'm going to join the lining first. Once I'm through with joining the lining, I can just start with the fabric. So now I have gotten the two piece very well. I'm going to just join together. All right, so this is how I'm going to join it. You join, please, if you're joining, join, start from the bottom area, then you get to the what, to the upper side. So once I'm done with joining this upper side, I can just go ahead and join the main fabric and all that. So just stay tuned and please don't go anywhere. Keep watching.
So now you can see how it's looking. So this is it. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alright, so now I'm going to trim the neck very well. But before I do that, I'll just go and finish ironing, then we'll come back and continue. So let's. So right now I want to start joining my yoke to the clothes. Okay. By the time I finish joining the yoke, I'm going to put this bone. Okay, I'm going to put the bone. This is a Regina boning. So let's finish joining the yoke.
So I'm going to be I'll skip the part of where I joined the net to the dress. I already have a video on how to join this net, so I won't be showing this. I'll just skip the parts. So now I'll be adding my boning. Okay, I know maybe you've not seen this way. I usually use my hot glue on my bonings. Okay, I don't have time for sewing. I've tried this severally. It's working. So I use my hot glue. I make it look very neat. Okay, that's what I use in attaching my bonings. Okay, so maybe you should try it out also. That's how I do mine. That's how we roll here. Okay, no time for sewing. Okay, now whereby you have a particular place that is very thick and you need to apply boning there, it's gonna break your needles now and all that. So I don't know. I just started doing mine like this. I usually, like virtually all the corset I do, my client, this is how I do them. I use my glue, hot glue on it. So I'm going to put the bonings on all those lines and then I'll show you how it came out. Okay, so just stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
Finish placing the bonings on it. I'm going to turn it out now so we'll see the finished look. Alright, so this is it. So as you can see, so this is it. I'm going to put my armhole. I forgot to put it. I'll put it now, and then I will close it up, and that will be the end of the class. I'm going to just put it on myself so that you see how it's looking. Okay, I don't know if you've tried this method of putting boning before. This is how I put my bonings, and I've been using this method for some time now, and it's working out for me. So I'll finish it up, then put it on, and then we'll see it. Just like that. Alright, so this is it. Okay, this is just the upper side. I've not added it to anything, okay, but I just wanted to know how to do this so you can see how it is. See how it snatched my waist very well. And then at the back, you can see. Okay. So you see how it's looking. It's looking very beautiful. And come closer. Alright, so just try it out, okay? Try yours out and then comment on the comment section. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the red notification bell so that you always get notified whenever we upload a video. I'll see you again in my next class. I am Cynthia. Bye.